So I lost my money right before I left my 9 to 5. You know how persons usually say that you should try to save up like 6 months, living expenses before you leave your 9 to 5. When it was time for me to leave, I had about 3 months. No, about 1 month. No, about 1.5 months, somewhere there, between 1.5 months to 2 months saved up. And right before that, I made a bad investment and I lost all of that money. Yeah, let's take a moment there. No, if I'm being transparent, it's not every dime I had, but it was the money I was putting together to help me for a month or 2 months, so that at least if this business idea didn't work out, then I can actually, live a little bit before I started to go through hardships, or, you understand me. Now, what do you do when you're being called to leave your 9 to 5? Now, this has been a question that more and more persons are asking me, and I thought I would do a video on it and just be transparent with you. Why? Because this is the Transparent Me podcast. So when it was time for me to leave my 9 to 5, I was going through all kind of mental states. I was worried. I'm not gonna hide. I'm not gonna say, oh no man, I was chill. I knew that this is what I wanted to do because God said it. The truth is, even if God said it a million times, I was still scared. I was worried. You're telling me that I should give up the security of a set amount of money per month. I should give that up for the unknown. Now, how many of us, how many times have we been asked to give up comfort for unknown? And there are many decisions that we were supposed to make and we didn't make those decisions. Why? Because we were too afraid of the unknown. I'm being transparent with you and I'm letting you know that I was uncomfortable. I was scared. My mind was playing games on me. Things I thought I heard, all of a sudden I didn't hear. Maybe it's not this year. Maybe it's the next 5 years. I need to have a certain amount of money. And I want to be very real with you because these are the different things that may be tossing around in your mind when you're thinking about your comfort. But can I tell you that the decision that you're making right now, it will change your entire life. If you're truly being called to leave that 9 to 5, can I tell you that your life will be transformed? Can I tell you that you're going to gain levels in your character that you never thought that you did? Because it was, yes, money played a role, but you're going to gain so much more. You're going to gain like a deeper level of wisdom and understanding what it means to take risk, what it means to make sacrifices, and you're going to become a better person. Not only is your bank account going to thank you, but your mind is going to thank you, because there's a transformation that takes place when you give up what was here and it's time for you to climb all the way up here. And you're going to understand that even if the money doesn't change, even if maybe you're making less now, maybe you've left your 9 to 5 and you know that this is what you should be doing, and you're having second thoughts because the bank account is not reflecting it. It's not only about the bank account, my friend, it's also about your mind and your transformation. You are building character. You're becoming a better person. If you try to have conversations now with persons who are at the level that you're coming from, those conversations will not stick the same. Why? Because you're not the same. Because you have been changed. You're going through a process, and that process is teaching you how to become better, how to become smarter, how to use knowledge, and just like how to put things into place so that you can create wealth. Can I be transparent with you? It will not be easy. So get that out of your mind from now. There are days when I work 13 hours. I gave up 8 hours for 13 hours. Yeah. There are days when I'm tired and I want to go to bed, but I can't go to bed because I have deliverables that I need to live up to. If I was in my 9 to 5, then most times those things can be shelved until the following day. Can I tell you, when you are running a business and customer satisfaction is at the top of your list, you're going to have to put in the time and sacrifice your personal time. Can I tell you, it even cuts into your time with your family. If you're married, oh my gosh, it's going to affect your marriage. And when I say affect your marriage, if you used to sit down and watch Netflix in the evenings with your wife, yeah, I'm being transparent. I love a good Netflix movie with my wife. Now you're working sometimes and you're wondering, when will this ever end? But it gets better. Why? Because change is never easy. Change requires sacrifice, and change is going to push you to become somebody who you never thought you would become. But if you put in the work, if you make the sacrifice, if you build this thing, then your life will change. The money will come. Just put in the time. Make the sacrifice. It will not be easy. For those persons who want to know, how did I know that I wanted to be a business owner? I didn't know. Years before I left my 9 to 5, I remember a friend and sister of mine saying, Jace, I see you running your own media business. I ran her. I'm like, leave me alone. Running which media business? What do I know about media? I'm not good. I'm just starting and I'm just giving off my time. Can I tell you that the thing that you didn't know that you would become great at, that may be the thing that will change your life? Because I just had this as a hobby. Yeah, using a camera as a hobby, helping people as a hobby. No, it's my business concept. And I'm running a successful, profitable business. This guy here who was afraid to step out, who was afraid to give up the unknown for what was known, I am running my own company today, and that company is a profitable, successful company that is growing, and clients love to work with us. What am I saying? You may not understand what's gonna happen next, but if you need to make the decision, then make the decision. And there will always be two sides of the coin. There are going to be some persons who are saying, yes, I've been there, take the risk, make the jump. And then there will be other persons who they're afraid of their own lives, and they would be afraid to make the decision, and they're telling you, don't do it because you don't know what's going to happen over there. Don't do it, stay where you are. But can I say that there is a ceiling that you're supposed to crawl out of? But if you ever stay on the floor, you will never understand what's on the other side of that ceiling. For many of you, you were meant to soar, but you decided to walk. For many of you, you were called to be great, but you decided to be normal and okay. And this is me here today telling you, coming from someone who made that jump while being afraid. If you're supposed to do this, then do it. Sooner than later. Hurry up and fail. Did business just go good overnight? No. Is business perfect now? No. Am I still having to learn time management and how to manage team and everything? Yeah. Am I there? No. But I'm a lot further because I took that leap of faith. So spend a little time. Talk to the Lord about it. Ask Him. Because when it was time, there was a weight that was on top of me, and I couldn't shake it any further, and I had to just jump. And there were many people who were like, no, don't do this. Don't do this. Try to balance this. Try to do this. Try to do this. Because why? They're projecting their own fear on you. And that's natural. That's normal. Don't be mad at them for it. It's normal. We don't like change. We hate changes because changes usually push us to be somebody who we are not. It pushes us to be greater than what we can currently think about. It pushes us into a state of dependency where we don't know what's going to happen next. We're not in control. Looking back, losing that money right before I left my 9 to 5, it also taught me a very valuable lesson about money. And that valuable lesson I take with me today. You don't just invest your money anywhere. Life is not about what comes easy. It's not about easy. It's about the sacrifice that goes with it. Yes, I strongly believe in working smarter, but there's some stuff that if it's too good to be true, then more likely it is not true. It's not for you. This life requires pressure. This life requires sacrifice. This life requires work. This life requires you to push beyond what you think that you can manage and then push a little bit more so that you will become greater. So if you feel the pull to leave your 9 to 5, can I be transparent with you? It's not going to be easy. The day will never come where you say this is the day. You're going to have to make the jump. If you feel like it's on your heart and if it does feel weighty and you feel like it's time and you feel like the Lord is leading you here, you can either sit there and be comfortable where you are, or you can level up and do the unknown and make the sacrifice and put in the work so that you can be great. So I didn't have the perfect day, but I still had to make that leap. The perfect day will never come. So you just got to take a day and you feel the green light and you just move. You just move. For me, I think I delayed maybe 6 or 9 months after I felt that pull. I wish I went sooner. But it's okay also. You move based on your capacity and what you can manage. It took me between February and November to make that leap. And I have never looked back, not one time, because this is what I was supposed to do. And I'm happy. And if you are feeling that pull, you need to just get up and make the change and trust God, trust the unknown. You can't control everything. So you just have to have a little faith, get up and go. So Father, I thank you for those who are watching, for those who they're worried about the unknown. Father, you are who we trust in during the times of the unknown, because you have it all figured out. You know what's ahead. Lord, you know what's ahead for them. Calm hearts, give peace where peace is needed. Relax our hearts and allow us to make the jump. Allow us to do what you've called us to do, not to worry and second guess and panic about it, but to trust that you have a better future on the other side. So give us, oh God, the strength to make the hard decisions so that our lives will be exactly what our lives were meant to be, which is awesome and amazing. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Transparent Me podcast.